Hey guys, drive safe. Cat.
Michael,
Hey,
how
you
you
ready?
doing?
Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Oh, that's awesome. I baked cookies.
Thank you. I thank you. My hips thank you.
Hey, I did cut down slightly on the butter content.
Um, I'll forgive you.
There we go. What's up? How you doing?
Well, all things considered, uh, it's been quite a year, hasn't it?
Already?
2021. Boy, it seems like it went by so fast.
Yeah.
What happened?
Keep
And
on coming.
here's to 2022.
Yeah,
Cheers.
that's right. I'm with you. Wow. Yeah, this is amazing, isn't it? I would love to try tonight when we have this party. I would love it if we could try to be not so completely topical, you know what I mean?
You're telling me you'd like me to change my background?
No, 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 that's fine. I mean, it's fine, But I'm just thinking that we could be consumed by the events of this week and next.
What are you talking about?
What?
Huh?
Huh? Okay, good. That's right. The goldfish-like attention span of the Burns Coppet clan once again demonstrated right here at the
I would like you to know, Michael Burns, that I am a blank slate.
Oh, see what you did there? I get it. I am letting the world know that this is where I am. There's dog crates draped in blankets behind me, and I did mention before they look kind of bizarre, like homemade igloos, but I don't care. I
It's
take
actually a beautiful room that you're sitting in. You've chosen
the
the
worst
least
angle.
attractive part of it.
Worst angle. Yeah.
But um, I would like to say that the beauty of a virtual improvised house party is that we can do anything we want,
That's right.
anything our guests want. We are inspired by whatever delights us,
Yeah.
and we go with the flow. We accept and build with whatever.
Whatever happens or whomever drops in, rings that doorbell and says, "Hi, I'm here."
That's exactly right.
And I hope somebody does soon. I hope our guests start arriving. This is the point. You get this? Like, I always think nobody's going to come. Nobody's going to come.
Every time we have this conversation, I think of Mary Tyler Moore.
Yeah. I look a lot like her.
She was a woman who had a television show that was on TV.
Are you explaining Mary Tyler Moore to me?
70s. Well, I just realized that half of our crowd might have no idea who Mary Tyler Moore is.
Hey, yeah. Oh, like, how are you? I was just saying,
Yeah.
people showed up soon, and here you are.
Hi.
She has a little bit of Mary Tyler Moore about her.
A little bit of that energy.
You think so?
You're
Oh, I like that.
smart. You're
That,
a go-getting professional woman.
Hmm.
You're really
Sure.
nice. People probably, I don't know,
I can identify with Lou Grant.
you've got a little bit of the Lou Grant
Hmm.
about you.
Yeah,
A little bit of
Yeah,
crusty
for
curmudgeon
sure.
around the edges.
yeah.
I think I'm more of a Rhoda.
Oh, see, I am definitely more of a Rhoda. What do you see?
Yeah.
What do you see of Rhoda in yourself?
I feel like she has a little bit more of an edge.
Hmm.
She's a little less mainstream. At least that's how I like to think of myself.
Yeah, I think it's as actually cutting edge.
I would
Mm.
definitely say that Rhoda is at least explicit, sort of like um, tougher,
Mm-hmm.
explicitly tougher, as opposed to
Mm-hmm.
like she presents as tougher. Although
Yeah.
I think Mary's pretty tough, and I would say that you have that kind of explicit strength about you.
Yeah. All right.
So if both of you guys are kind of Rhoda-ish, then this must be a Rhoda-den. Yeah. Rhoda-den.
This is my rhododendron.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Mark S.
Mark,
Merritt is in the house.
Hello.
Mark,
Hi.
if you were a character on the Mary Tyler Moore Show, who would you be?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I would probably be just some kind of guest star because none of the regular cast members are jumping to mind as. I don't know. Do you think that I would fit
I
as
think
one of
you
the
could be
regulars?
Murray.
Yes.
Is that his name?
Yeah, Murray.
Okay, well, Gavin McLeod, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but not
Being-
Captain Steubing.
No. Being much more casual and funny than he was when he was.
Super talented,
Captain Steubing.
super sweet, a little
Yeah,
bit
all right.
not as respected as maybe he should be by the outside world.
Oh, then I guess I'm Murray to a T.
Oh God.
I guess that would be right.
So, anything interesting happened this week, guys?
I've actually spent the bulk of the last 2 weeks in a sensory deprivation tank. Has anything been interesting going on in the world?
Nothing we're talking about, no.
No,
Yeah,
not
my-
Oh, good.
my-
Then I think we'll just have I'm just looking forward to a nice time here tonight at the party then.
Good. Good.
Without
It's
any.
gonna be a nice, quiet year.
blank slate.
Exactly.
Blank slate.
Yeah. Yeah,
I-
that sounds good. That sounds right.
So, in all seriousity, as one of my kids used to say, Mark, like, you getting out? You doing anything outside of that fan bedecked apartment?
No.
Nope.
God.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Excellent work.
Get it. Who's here? Who is
Who is
here?
that?
Suspense is killing. Hey!
Jennifer.
Hey! Oh, coming in, Walt and Jen are in the house.
Hey,
Nice.
Everybody.
Should we keep this thing going? We're asking folks if they were a character on the old Mary Tyler Moore show.
Oh, clearly we have our Mary right there.
Right there, absolutely, no question.
Yeah.
Looking very merry.
Toss your hat up into the air. Do you have a hair?
I have a mask.
There you go.
Yeah, if the show were filmed today, she would toss her mask up in the air. Yep, that would be it.
Does that feel like it fits? Could you be Mary Tyler Moore?
I don't know. I always wanted to be Phyllis, but I don't think I can pull it off, really.
You're nice for that. Like
I know Walt had his sights set on Carlton the doorman, right?
oh, you that's a spin-off, but yeah, I
It is
totally
spin-off.
think that would be
That was Rhoda. That's right. It wasn't on Mary. Oh.
is that Mrs. Morgenstern, this is your dear man. I kind of ripped him off a little bit in my podcast, a little bit there. That voice.
What is his name? The actor. He's amazing, actually.
Lorenzo Music, no?
He's not with us
Lorenzo
any
Music.
longer.
He isn't? That's too bad.
You know what the weird thing is? He did the voice of Peter Venkman in the Ghostbusters cartoon, and then Bill Murray did the voice of Garfield, who he also did in the Garfield movie. Like
Wow.
both people stole each other's roles.
No, if you were in Garfield, who would you be? Walt.
I don't know. That's a good one because like Garfield is kind of a shit. I'm gonna just come out and say that even for a cat. And I'm not stupid. I might be wacky, but I'm not Odie stupid. And John is a moron.
Yeah.
And I don't think I would be any character. I think I would be the neighbor who's looking at listings to move.
You'd be a lasagna.
John Kim LaCombe in the house.
What's happening? Okay.
Oh,
There we go.
Oh, you guys. You got everything together there, John?
As well as I can.
Hey John, if you were the least funniest joke in the family circus, what would you be?
I'd be the one about the pencil.
Not me.
We've been working our way through MASH from the very beginning,
Ooh, nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
early in season 2.
That's a commitment.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, my daughter wanted to see him. I said, great. This is great. It's good stuff. Interesting how they treat subjects from 48 years ago.
Yeah, tense.
Yeah, I think I went back and I watched it with the kids once. And was it the first episode where they're auctioning off a nurse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
also
doesn't
have
hold up.
some.
Money to send the kid to college. To send what was his name? Hojon?
Oh, I can't remember.
The Asian kid who serves them drinks.
Yeah, yeah.
That one. So they're auctioning off a nurse. Actually, Hawkeye is trying to get a nurse to agree to be auctioned off to raise money to send Hojon to college, and he does that by doing things like barging in on them in the shower and things like that.
Yeah.
What show? I tuned out for a second because I was.
Mash.
MASH.
Oh, MASH. Well, that makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. Hello, Krisana.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
So happy to see you all. That's how I am.
Very happy here as well.
Good, good, good. Hey, Roger brought some pie, and Kathy Moon is thinking umbrellas and dog igloos matter to what we do tonight, folks.
Hey.
Dog igloos?
Yeah, and umbrellas. I'm just saying, you know, what I told folks in the chat there on YouTube is that they can make any suggestion at any point during the show. It doesn't mean we'll do anything with it, but I'm relaying the information to you folks.
Nice.
I pictured a dog outside of an igloo in like a lounge chair with a drink with an umbrella.
Yeah.
It's like a little muffle thing around, right?
Yeah. Well, before you got here, I was referring before you got here to these are my dog crates behind me, and I drape them in blankets in the winter, right? Because it keeps them warm. So that was the thing. That was the thing.
I thought maybe it was like an igloo made of dogs, like those little dogs.
Well, that's what Krisana has, which is why I brought that up when she showed up. You want to tell us about your igloo made of dogs, Krisana?
Yes, it is. You would think that it would be like really small dogs, but in fact, you really want like the Saint Bernards.
Yeah.
This work, right?
Yeah.
All the way up? You don't have like big dogs on the bottom and then smaller as they go up?
Well, smaller Saint Bernards.
Oh.
And they have
They come with the hot chocolate.
well, sure.
I had a Saint Bernard.
Or whiskey, I think, maybe, but
Yeah.
everybody has
Very
their own.
innocent.
There's no judgment.
Peter.
Peter.
Greetings.
How are you, Peter?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm excellent. I'm glad to see your face.
Glad
Hey.
to see your face.
If you were, I'm going back to Mary Tyler Moore.
Uh-huh.
I want to know who Peter would be on the
A
Mary.
strange combination of Phyllis and Ted Baxter.
I can
You
see
know?
that.
Actually, no, Sue Ann Nivens. I think I'd be Sue Ann Nivens, actually.
Is that Betty White's character?
Yeah, that's Betty White's rapacious character.
Yes, that's awesome. You would totally be.
Yeah.
I think I would be Sue Ann, yeah.
Wasn't she played by Foster Brooks?
Something like that.
Foster Brooks reference
In
in.
the remake.
The remake.
I was
Dr. Brooks.
I was never a fan of Foster Brooks because, you know, at that point in my life, I was a professional drunk, and I thought he did a terrible job. So that was just, yeah, that's what that was. Do you guys? I was hoping maybe we could, you know, kind of get started with a little bit of a word game. Are you into that?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now I have to find the thing. Here it is. All right. Who wants to raise their hand and volunteer to get the first word? Oh, what we're going to ask these folks. Peter's on it. Very good. So what Peter's going to do is to launch into the definition of this word, and then the rest of us are going to give him a thumbs up or thumbs down in terms of believing that he has the actual definition of the word correct.
We're not.
Okay.
And folks on the YouTube channel, although I won't see it right away, I encourage you to vote as well because we care. And, you know, we should take any chance we can get to vote. That's my opinion. So, Peter, your word, we're going to start simple. We're going to start with macaronic.
Macaronic.
Yeah.
Macaronic is like a French macaron, the little thing that brought the brought back the memories for 2 incredibly long
Oh.
novels.
Is that your final answer? Yep. Okay. That's a pretty universal downvote there, Pete. Would you like to amend or try again? Why don't you try again?
Okay.
Someone else could try.
Okay.
Let someone else take a chance. If they know what
Macaronic.
macaronic is, fine.
Who wants
I
to
gave my
define-
best answer.
Who wants to define macaronic?
First, you kicked me out of a meeting.
Krisana, I want to hear your definition of macaronic.
So, macaronic is, you've heard of moronic.
Yeah, sure.
Macaronic is somebody who is very stupid, even more stupid. So it's just a very stupid person. Macro moronic.
Macro moronic. I see one thumbs up. I see one thumbs down. What are the other votes? Let me just, I want to check in. I want to see what the YouTube folks are thinking about this.
They probably are talking about
Macaronic.
my literary references and brilliance.
Well, Peter, I believe the cookie you're thinking of is a Madeleine, not a macaron.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
No, that's not true. They're different.
no, there are macarons.
Macaron.
Yeah, I know, but it's the,
But
it's
the
the
literary
Madeline thing.
reference.
Yeah.
That was a matter.
Bruce
So,
on the
I want to give it a try.
yeah, Kat.
Macaronic means fancy, as in the song, and he put a feather in his cap and called it macaroni, like called it fancy. Macaronic means fancy.
Peter gives it a thumb. Peter and Walt, Mark, Krisana, yeah, a lot of thumbs up here. Oh, one thumbs down. Jen, why don't you believe that?
Just because I don't actually believe that. I think that is a bastardization of the original lyric. I
Well,
think it has been-
as you know, Jen, when you are the sole down vote, you have to provide your definition.
the real definition of macaronic. Macaronic is what French women who are fans of their prime minister call themselves, the macaronics.
I'm giving it to you. I don't believe it for a
Totally,
second, but you sold it.
That's not it. It should be it.
It's what I would call a plurality. Not
Macaronique
voting.
is actually how you say it. Macaronique.
Yes. Is anybody interested in the dictionary?
Yes, we are all interested.
It is of or containing a mixture of Latin words and vernacular words jumbled together, as in macaronic verse.
Oh,
I use that all the time.
Like
Now I
word
believe it.
minestrone.
I would like to, just before we move on to something else, I would love it if we could just do one more of these. Are you guys up for that?
absolutely.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so the next word is, well, who's our first definer?
Who has not yet gone?
Okay, Mark, I saw his hand just a scooch before yours, John.
Okay.
Mark, the word is rebarbative.
Rebarbative. Oh, yeah. That comes from the same root as the the class of drugs called barbiturates. Rebarbative means when you become tired again after having been tired and then gotten a second wind, then you get tired again.
You're in a
It's like the
rebarbative
second
state.
tiring after the second wind.
I see. There's a quick thumbs down from Maria. Yeah, neutral. You can't be neutral, but yeah, okay. We have two no votes, and Maria, you're the one definite thumbs down. So.
Well, I think he's very close. It does come from the same root as barbiturate, but it's actually the medicine that's given in the ER when someone comes in and has overdosed. It's like Narcan.
Oh, down from Peter, down from Walt. They know better. Krisana, nope. Universal down.
In there.
Yeah. Anybody else want to give that a try? John, go ahead.
Yeah, it is a medical thing. It's from the Old West when the cowboys would be out on the plains and they were searching for sources of iron and they would suckle on the barbed wire. When their stomachs would get upset, they would have to take this medicine, which was called a rebarbative.
we have a generic mix of up and we got a couple upvotes. I got 3 upvotes, and it got a bunch of downs. Anybody? I do want to say that, out on the prairie where the cows live, I had to take some rebar.
Haven't we suffered enough?
All right, fine. Anybody else want to try that?
Rebarbative.
Yeah, Krisana wants to give it a shot.
So if I'm not mistaken, I do believe that this refers to the Barbie, which we all know is Australian for barbecue. And so when you take your shrimp off the barbecue and it gets cold, you need a rebarbative for the shrimp.
That's a Bendigo expression.
I'm getting Peter. Peter seems to be the one definite down vote.
No, because actually it's very simple. It is actually a term for the compost or substance you use to revitalize your rhubarb. Laugh if you want.
Oh, not at you, Peter. I was just, my dog did something funny. That's all.
Why not?
Rhoda says no.
So, does anyone care to hear?
Know.
What?
We all want to know.
You want to know?
Yeah.
All right. I was going to put it in chat, but then our viewers wouldn't be able to. So it means serving or tending to repel. He became rebarbative and prickly and spiteful. Or I find, this is weird. This is the quote, right? You tell me who wrote this in terms of a definition. The quote number 1 you got, right? He became rebarbative and prickly and spiteful. Quote number 2, I find his obsequiousness repellent. Now, quote number 2 doesn't use the word.
We're so close.
It's like, what kind of proofreading do they have there at this dictionary?
That is a meta quote that is inducing a repellent feeling in you over their grammar, and
I find it quite rebarbative. Yes,
They're being rebarbative, yeah.
Maybe that both of those sentences are one example.
Oh, you see.
Or Kat, it could be that Michael has run across the famous online Oxnard English Dictionary.
Mark, would you be willing to back Peter as he sings to us about the Oxnard English Dictionary?
Absolutely. You'll just need to do
Are
the
you
little
up for
thing
this?
so that I can share my sound.
You game, Peter?
Yes.
Yeah. Check your sound, Mark, for sure.
Me.
I'm gonna turn my video off for this. The guy needs some space.
Just gotta make me co-host.
Oh, sorry, man. Didn't make Mark co-host. There. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. I just someday make co-host. Someday I'm just gonna kick somebody
Guys,
out.
just come on, check it at random amounts. That's fine.
Try it now. You there? Yeah.
Some definitions are easy. Some definitions are hard. But I found no definition that matches the position of the definition I found in Oxnard. The Oxnard English has never yet led me astray. And though it's not much fun living in 2021, I know it will mean something.
Oh, very moving. Very, I can feel things moving. There's no doubt.
Have you considered surgery?
I'm just moving and moving and moving. That was wonderful.
Macaronic.
It was, yeah, no, it was the opposite of macaronic. It was
the opposite of rebarbative.
the opposite of rebarbative. That's right. That's
Would
right.
that be re-rebarbative? No.
Unrebarbative.
Unrebarbative.
Unrebarbative, and then there's anti-unrebarbative.
Barbative.
Barbative.
Don, you know you're doing that right.
Yeah. Well, actually, Krisana, am I outing you if I say what subject you teach? What your area of specialty? So you are a philosophy. You're a philosophy professor, right?
I am, yes.
So could you explain to the rest of the group what unrebarbatism is?
Unrebarbativism?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, now that we know the subject, we really want to think about what does it mean to be odious? What does it mean to be obsequious? It's kind of goes to the long question of like, is there such a thing as good and evil? Or is it just pleasure and pain?
Oh.
Is there right and wrong?
There is such a thing as good and evil, and it's people who wear short-sleeved dress shirts and call it Grand Central Station when it's a goddamn terminal.
That's basically what Kant said. Yeah.
Nice.
Very nice, Peter. You should definitely come guest lecture.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
could set those students straight in so little time.
I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a terminal!
Mr. Grant!
And I'm sure you'll agree with me.
That got funnier as it went on. That's great.
Central Terminal. This doesn't sound right.
That's not what he says it.
He's not going to terminal.
Look, if you live
Doesn't
in
that
New
mean
York,
It's the
death?
end.
I mean, why
Don't-
would you want to go
don't
someplace
say-
that's terminal?
you don't say station or terminal. If you live in New York, you say Grand Central.
Central.
That's true. But it is technically a terminal.
It is totally
They stop there.
A terminal station. If we're going to be really picky, it's a terminal station.
Mm.
That's
All right.
not poetic.
It's
And
a
New
subway
York is all
station.
about
It's a
poetry.
train terminal.
Yeah.
I just call it the place you can pee wherever they won't catch you.
This is
Are
where
you,
the-
Peter, are you saying a subway is not a train?
That's not it. I'm
oh.
saying that there is a distinction.
So what is
And
this?
it is in fact a subway station.
You can pee in
The
both of
trains
those,
can
Walt.
stop and then continue.
Is
They're
there-
not
But
peeing
that
in my
all
whole
other
room.
trains have to stop because the tracks end.
But is there a special term for the continuous station? I mean, nobody calls it a continuous station.
No, they just call it a station.
Just
They
Blue.
call it actually
Tracks.
it's the term is a through station.
But it's that's like, I mean, through station. I mean, it's state. It should be like
I
a
know, but like Penn Station's a through station. You could technically, if they allowed it, take a train from Long Island all the way out to New Jersey.
But they don't.
You
But
know,
why would you want to?
That's THRU, right, Peter?
THROUGH.
Oh.
No, it's THROUGH.
I said that.
ROUGH is rough. And go figure that if
Penn
you're
Station sometimes has been a rough station.
Oh, cat, I like it.
it's
It's
sometimes they're-
THREW, which is what they did to me when they caught me.
they threw-
They threw you out of the station.
yeah. It's so different now. It's so different now with all the little, like the whole basement is full of bistros and all that stuff. It used to be like,
I
like
remember when my sister and I were going to wait for a train, and a lady asked my sister for some spare change, and she goes, "I don't really think," and the lady pulls out a screwdriver, and I was like, "We are waiting somewhere else."
Now it's just the Paramus Park Mall down there, really.
yeah, really, that's right.
I saw a rat dragging a plate full of crepes up the stairs.
Yeah, he was looking for condiments.
Yeah, they're way
condoms.
Rats are much better.
Where's the chutney?
Does this go to Stanford? The wife and the kids are waiting.
I'm looking for the Cheesecake Factory.
It's down-
You know what's funny about Penn Station? Like,
Nothing.
nobody.
Nothing.
Here's what's funny. No, here's what's funny about Penn Station. Nobody lines up for any trains except for the train to Albany.
Right. You're right.
It's true. What is
But
that?
then the Albany train, the line goes almost all the way out to the escalator, right?
And there's a line, and everybody lines up.
And everybody
Yeah.
just knows. Like you just
Yeah.
believe. You're like,
It's
this is where I
not
need.
it's not on the board any sooner than
Oh,
anything
no.
else, but there's like a little sign and there's a line.
Yeah,
Yep.
There's a-
for any other destination, it's like
One of my Swedish friends wrote a whole blog post about the mess of Penn Station because in Sweden, like Swedish people can't believe it.
Oh yeah, it's like
That you just
like
go
going
there
to
and you just
Israel.
stand in
It's
the
like
middle.
Israel.
wasn't Penn Station originally supposed to be like this really beautiful?
Why?
It originally
It
was
where the
really
post
beautiful.
office was.
Yeah.
And then there's a whole movement to remodel it, right? Like
Actually, the Moynihan State part of it opened this week. Other events might have overshadowed it.
You think? I didn't know there was a
going
Moynihan.
anywhere.
Wait a minute, hold on, because I was a big Moynihan. Well, fan isn't the right word, but so I didn't know they were naming anything after Daniel Patrick Moynihan at Penn Station. What part? What are you talking about?
Well, the post office across the street is built over the tracks,
Yes.
and it's not fully used. So they took the center of that building and turned it into additional access and waiting rooms for many of the trains.
Oh. So Moynihan got a big empty space that turned into a waiting room named after him. Wow.
I don't know. I mean,
Maybe more shops.
it's all, well, there are shops. I mean, it's a really gorgeous and spectacular
I'm
place.
sure it's great.
But no, what they did with Penn Station was they basically sawed it off at street level and put the latest Madison Square
Yeah,
Garden
of course.
and One Penn Plaza on top of it.
Yeah.
Penn through station.
And through state.
And through
And through station, yeah.
Which brings us full circle and allows me to announce to my friends here that it's time. It's time to split into teams of, what should we have, teams of 2 for Pictionary? Riggy, I swear, if you tip that laptop over, there's going to be big trouble. Go lie down.
Persian igloo dogs. I mean, this is just about animal abuse.
I
It's
know.
really not pleasant.
Riggy, crate. Crate.
Oh.
There he goes.
What did you
Good
do to
dog.
make him learn that terrible behavior?
I love it, man. Are you kidding me? I say crate. They do it. Good boy.
I just have a quick question. Is it ever okay to just say Daniel Moynihan, or do you always have to say Daniel Patrick?
It's an Irish thing. It's just somebody of great renown like that earns the right to have his full name spoken at all times.
Yeah,
Just-
it's other
it's
people
pretty
of
good.
great renown or people who shot other people. Those people also have
That's
great
renown.
Yeah.
You're talking about
Bernard Shaw.
the 3-name phenomenon of American assassin.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah.
No,
I can't believe the dog stayed in that crate only like 2 seconds.
He's still
Ah, made you look.
Ricky, come here. Come here, buddy. Good
Crate,
boy.
crate. See if we can make him do it.
He's such a good dog. He
Is
really-
he named after a chicken Riggy?
Rigoletto.
no, his name is Rigoletto.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course.
We did not name him. I don't want to say that we are these pretentious folks that name our dogs after.
We did not name him Rigoletto. He came to us from the shelter with that name. But
Also, he was not named after Rigoletto the opera. He was named after Rigoletto the marital act.
That's a
That's what they
rebarbative.
call that.
it is not worth telling my father's deathbed story after that.
Oh,
Sorry.
Wow.
But what is
No,
chicken
please.
riggy? Is that another marital act? What is a chicken riggy, Maria?
I don't know. It's like some regional food
not a
from like
Foster
Utica or
Brooks.
something.
Chicken
I don't
Rigoletto
know.
out of Utica.
Yes, it's
What do they know in Utica? Cat, what was your father's deathbed?
No. Actually, it was his near death experience bad. Actually, my father had a major heart attack a few years before he died. Actually, this was not his deathbed experience. And when his heart had stopped twice, and then they put him sort of into an induced coma, like they do for a few days, so that he could like heal. And then they were bringing him to, and we weren't sure when they did, like how he would be, like if there'd be any brain damage or like if he'd be okay, right? Because his heart had stopped twice and whatever. So he's in the hospital, and they're sort of slowly turning down the drugs that have had him out, and he's coming back, and we're sitting by his bedside waiting. And my brother's doing a crossword puzzle, like the Times crossword puzzle. And he says to me, what's a 9-letter word, Italian opera, 9 letters. And my father from his hospital bed says, Rigoletto. My brother turns to me and goes, I guess he's okay.
He's okay. Yeah. That's fantastic.
That's amazing.
Isn't that amazing? My father.
And
Even if he wasn't okay, he could stand to lose a few.
Right? Right, exactly right. Which is a whole other.
we're now going to all kill our cameras. The first 2 back will be given a prompt for a scene. On your mark, get set, kill those cameras. 2 back. First 2 back.
Killed it.
You killed it. There you go.
Killed it dead.
2 up. Don't be shy.
Fine.
1, 2, and your prompt is induced coma. Go.
I'm just saying that if the meeting has to go that long, we should at least be allowed to bring our lunch. 'Cause really, Diane.
I understand what you're saying, David, but the way that some of the team eats lunch, it's not the most professional look. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I don't. People eat. It's a human thing to do. It's perhaps the only human thing we do in that office.
Yes, and just like with other human things, there's a lot of variation in how we do it. And some of us are able to contain the food matter within our mouths and the dishes, and others of us are not.
Yeah. So others of us.
Yes,
say
some
it.
of us.
You're the one who sent the memo around about the no open mouth chewing policy.
It did.
After you made me go up and address the group while I was still chewing. So I want to make it clear that it's not like I'm always spewing spinach and things all over the place. It's just you put me in that position. It almost hardly ever never happened again.
Wouldn't you agree, David, that in this situation, once is enough? And, I believe in you, and I want to see you succeed in the company. And if this is something that you want me to coach you on specifically, we could do that with a goal of someday bringing our lunch to the long meetings.
So if I want to bring up a motion so that we can eat during work, you want me to have you tutor me and how to chew like a big boy.
Yes.
Because I don't know.
You understand me perfectly, David.
I don't want to. I wish I didn't. You don't see how this is. I mean, look, it's like when you said I couldn't. When you said I couldn't use the bathroom without someone going in to check that I didn't leave a mess, right? This is like that. This is demeaning. It's always me, right? It's always me. Like, oh, how come I have to have a mat in front of my cubicle where I have to wipe my feet before I go in and out of it? Nobody else does.
Well, I wonder if instead of thinking of it as demeaning, you could think of it as respectful to the rest of the team.
No.
No?
I've half a mind to open up this jar of urine.
And scene. That is a long-established rule at the Mop and Bucket Company that when the jar of urine comes out, the scene ends. That's just.
Well, I think
Oh,
that
the
goes way
muffin
back in theater history, right?
From Uncle Peter's department, those snappy comebacks. When someone says, "I have half a mind," the response is, "Yes, you do."
Golly, I bet you that slays them, Pete. Oh, yeah.
In the lobotomy recovery unit. Like, hey,
Hey, I have half a mind. Yes, you do.
okay.
Speaking of Daniel Patrick Moynihan,
Or DPM, as some of us in the know call him.
one day before, if you can imagine such a thing, Moynihan was a senator. When Robert Kennedy was the senator from New York, one of his Republican colleagues was going on about something that Kennedy had sponsored, and he stumbled over his words and he said, I can't handle these. I can't handle these. I can't handle. And Kennedy said, big words. It was
He opened up the jar. You know
that was very
what?
funny 60 years ago when I was a wee babe. But anyway, Kat, save me because that should have gotten a real laugh.
Okay,
I just got a pity laugh. I
last
just
two
got a
people,
freaking
everybody
pity
go
laugh.
up. The last two people back, first two people
Okay.
back do a scene. First two people back on are gonna do a scene. 3.
Oops.
All right, I saw John and Jen. Your suggestion is big words.
So I like you.
Me too.
Fun here, be now.
Yeah. Look.
See, there it is.
Gone.
Oh, sad.
Hmm.
Welcome.
There?
Here now, you be now, here now.
Me now?
You now. Big eyes.
Beard.
Itchy sometimes.
Shave?
No.
Good.
Little cold.
My place?
Everywhere.
My place?
Oh, yes.
And yep.
Yep.
Opposite of big words.
Yep.
Yep.
That's right. Well, you know, it's not the size of the word that matters.
What's in between?
It's the intent. It's the love. It's
how you massage them with
Syntax of
your
the grammar?
lips.
It's the what, Kat?
Syntax of the grammar.
It's the syntax of the grammar. That's right. John, I cut you off too. What you
Oh no, it's just I was just saying how you attack them with your lips.
I was going to say it was the placement of the punctuation.
Oh, okay.
We're all right. I think every single one of these things is absolutely correct. I also think it's been so long. You realize how long it's been since we've had Mark tickling the ivories with us. Yeah. I think we should have another song of some kind. Who's up for doing some singing with Mark? Oh, look at him run!
I've already done one, but I'll do another.
Well, you've done
Jen
one,
wants to sing?
but let's see if somebody who hasn't.
Jen.
There we go. You were appointed. And the suggestion, I'm going to go over to our friends on the YouTube column, and the suggestion is Wikipedia.
I wouldn't know nothing. I came from the dark. I had just lost nothing. I could just dummy. Wrapped up in my own words. All the collective knowledge of our time. Wikipedia. I'm so glad you're.
Thank you, Mark and Jen. I love Wikipedia. I totally love Wikipedia. Those folks that say you can't cite Wikipedia, blah, 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 blah. You know what? I mean, it's like this amazing entity. It self-corrects in a matter of seconds when somebody puts something up that isn't really accurate. Oh, Coppet's looking like, no,
I'm not.
no.
Wikipedia is not a valid source.
See, there you go. Typical academic. For the rest of us, it is, because we understand collective knowledge, you see. Yeah, Pete
I
doesn't.
mean, you could say the internet's not a valid source if you really want to.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
That is-
It's a good place to start to find valid sources.
Thoreau wrote a lot about the unreliability of Wikipedia. And it was some of his
And how did that go?
discarded chapters.
Thoreau is not a valid pond.
No, but I think, excuse me, I think this is a valid song.
What's that?
The validity of Wikipedia
The validity of Wikipedia
as a source.
as a source. Michael.
No, I can't do that to you. That would be.
Sure you can. I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that. Yeah, man. Game on. Game on, Delacus.
Yeah.
The validity of Wikipedia is something that we'd like to debate. I look at you and think to myself, I love you, I could never hate, but you kind of must be a stickler for the facts being cited in 18 sources or more. And I like to get the facts quickly and accurate-ish. It doesn't matter if Wikipedia is accurate. It gives me something to read when I can't fall asleep. It doesn't matter if Wikipedia is accurate because you're the one I love to be. Not being creepy. Just I like to look at you while I look up facts. Wikipedia. So let's get along and look up each other in the house. Yeah. Okay. I don't know how much of that was audible, but there we go.
I think that's Wikipedia's new jingle, right?
Yeah, I was hired to do that, and actually I wrote it for Cat, and then they heard me singing it in my backyard, the Wikipedia talent scouts, because they're all over my neighborhood. And Mark's getting a cut. Mark's getting a big cut on that.
Have
Yeah.
you seen their?
What about everyone who edits the lyrics collectively? Do they get a cut?
No, screw that. it just goes too far, because then nothing would be left after a while. You know what I'm saying? I was going to suggest that we play whatchamacallit, but I'm not sure. I wonder if we might just want to define another word. Is that possible? Anybody Anybody want to give it another shot?
Yeah, let's find some words.
I mean, the Wikipedia thing seems to go along with the word definition thing. So yeah, okay. Let me get you another word here.
We do have kind of a linguistic theme tonight.
Yeah, we do, which I really like. Okay, all right. I've got the word. In the beginning, I had no. That's not it. That's just terrible. Who wants to take the first shot at defining the word that I just picked up out of my list from the dictionary? Walt Patiki is into it. Okay, your word, Walt, is abiogenesis.
Oh, abiogenesis.
Yeah.
Abiogenesis was an Irish woman in the 1700s, and there was a famous pub song about her.
It's already
Abiogenesis, abiogenesis.
Sorry, I've never seen that happen before. Before you finished, the entire group voted you down. Oh, wow. Well, Kat, give it a shot.
That's ridiculous. This is actually the scientific process by which male mammals can carry and give birth to young by carrying them in their abdominal pouch. So the fertilized eggs are implanted, and abiogenesis.
Votes?
By being offended at.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not traveling. It's not traveling.
I got at least half of the votes.
Merit? No, you did not.
It meant a lot to me.
Thanks.
You got 2 out of. You got
3. At 3.
Okay, revote one more time, please. Hold them up so we can get a correct count here. Oh, you changed your vote. Okay, fine. You got 3. You're right. That's very good. Okay, nice. Peter, I know you want to take a shot at this.
Aviogenesis is the process by which 3 out of 9 becomes nearly half.
I'll take it.
It sounds like you need a trumpectomy, Peter. All right. And anybody else want to give this a shot? Yeah, go ahead, Krisana.
Well, I first have a clarification. Is it Avio or Abio?
It's your pronunciation there is it's Abiogenesis.
So that is actually the birth of religious buildings that also made beer and chocolate.
Say that one more time, please.
It's the birth of the religious buildings, the structures that where people also made.
I see, such as the monks of New Skeet or whatever.
Abbey.
Nuns of New Skeet.
Oh,
Nuns of New
Let's spell it
Skeet.
that way.
Yeah, nope, you're not getting over with this group.
I'm all in favor. I think she also has left out, among other things, green chartreuse liqueur.
A whole other sect.
That's a whole other.
It's still made by the
It's a
brothers.
splinter. Those are the Protestants.
Anybody else want to give it a shot? Yeah,
Well,
Jen, go ahead.
Who, me?
Jen.
Yeah, it's a Swedish term referring to the very beginning of a pop band.
It's abiogenesis.
Yeah, it's different, John.
Oh,
It sounds. It's.
I looked it up on Wikipedia.
It's a quasi homonymic word, but not quite. No. Anybody else? Yeah, Mark.
You're all mispronouncing it. It's abiogenesis, and it means it's a very sinister term referring to the attempt to create life from non-living things.
Ooh.
Very Lovecraft.
And leave it to Mark Merritt. Thank you for the correction on the pronunciation. This is the
He got nearly half the votes.
It's the pitfall of looking things up and quickly cutting and pasting from the dictionary rather than really checking the pronunciation. So abiogenesis, of course it is. That's absolutely wonderful.
It's the singular, not
Wow.
abiogenesis.
Do we have an actual definition here?
That's what that is, the actual definition.
Yeah. So what I hurriedly copied, a hypothetical organic phenomenon by which living organisms are created from non-living matter.
Like Frankenstein.
What?
Frankenstein's monster, or the modern Republican Party.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh no!
53. We almost made it.
Who
I
said
could-
no politics?
I
We're
wasn't.
climbing into my Zoom background and trashing it.
Fine then. If that's the way we're
No,
going,
no.
fine.
Pandora's box.
Save the democracy.
So it's we're coming up. We're coming close to the end here, and I didn't quite make it all the way through.
Good.
Good. Yeah. Yeah. I think we're going to invent something now called
What
last.
we do?
Yeah. Oh, hey Peter, what's that? Oh, a Mopco gift card. Peter.
Well, look, the little thing has a hole in it. Look at that.
Yeah. Oh, so Peter, tell me what that is. That Mopco gift card thing you hold in your hand.
A Mopco gift card can be redeemed when you can actually come back to the theater and meet actual living human beings in a living human being type setting after we reach herd immunity.
Wow. Do you know you could actually redeem one for an online class before that?
No.
Yes, you could. So, for example, if you knew a talented family member who just deserved an improv class in their life, you could buy a Mopco gift card and present it with them, and then
Mopco.
send them to our website or our Eventbrite page, and they could register.
What's your website?
You could register for a class. Peter, I don't know how you do that. That is absolute sorcery.
Okay.
Sorcery.
Do you really want to know how I do this?
Veritable abio.
Put the magic.
The illusion.
Rebarbative.
That's
Working on
right.
that for 11 months almost.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to never, ever, ever show me the secret because I would be so depressed.
That one looked really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you really nailed it there, Pete.
Thank you.
No question about it. And speaking, by the way, I'm glad you did bring them up, Michael. We have some wonderful classes this very month. We have a One Night 101 class coming up Monday night. It still has some room in it. And a 4-week essentials class. And there are a bunch of others. We have a level 2 class focused on teams, on building your team, on becoming a performing unit that is non-pareil. Is that how you say that word? Is that like abiogenesis? Yeah, that's right. Really awesome team is what I'm talking about. John Kimlico is going to drop by at one of those classes and do finger magic. Do that again, John. It was almost as magical as the gift card. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely. And Peter has the curtain down, which tells me I'm talking too long, but classes are available. And now it's time for the lightning fast last word. Last word, lightning fast. Everybody in turn. You're just going to give me the quick definition for the word. Are you ready? Ontiferous. Cat, go.
Ontiferous is the state of stubbornness born of orneriness.
Thank you, Maria Ayub.
When a pope talks too much.
Peter.
But being like the Pope, being like the pontiff.
Aha. Krisana.
A fancy lamp aficionado.
Mark Merritt.
It's a particular kind of oxidation that happens on certain small boats.
Jen Lebanar.
Well, it describes someone who is staring in the window at Tiffany's eating a pretzel for breakfast.
Walt Batiki.
It's a quasi Rigoletto Latin based sauce.
Yes, of course it is. And John Kimlico.
It's that special feeling you get when you eat a Brussels sprout.
Dinner.
Yes, and you're all wrong, and so am I, were I to venture forth, because ontiferous is, of course, not yet a word. However, if you'd like to make it one, buy a Mopco gift card and take a class, and you can make ontiferous into an actual word in the English language. We will give you that power, won't we, Kat?
Put it in Wikipedia.
That's right.
Not one of those.
It'll be real.
Yeah.
All of those things.
Do they have a
The real word?
Do they have a wiki dictionary? Wikidix?
Yes, it's called
Wiktionary.
Wiktionary.
Dictionary, of course. they
Just
do.
not say wiki
It's
dick
called-
too many times.
It's actually called Dickopedia.
Let's define wiki.
It's something else. That's something else.
Okay, Wikidix.
We of the Mopco Improv Company urge you not to Google Wikidix on a work computer.
It's right next to Foster
Definitely
Brooks.
my wig.
Just go to Dickopedia.com.
I'm not going to. I'm not going to.
Your loss.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I'll do that on Kat's computer.
Like Nixon.
Clear your browser.
Hey, look, there's a page about a guy named Ronald Jeremy.
Hey, kids, it's time to say it is time to say goodnight. And I've had a wonderful time. I hope you have all too. So those thousands of people, we want to thank you all for joining us. We're back tomorrow night with the 2x2x2x2x2x2 two-person scenes. We love you all. Thank you. Bye. Bye.